Thank you. Let's bring in the founder of the National Security Institute at George Mason University's Law School, Jamil Jaffer, and Rabbi Chaim Mentz from the Chabad of Bel Air here in Los Angeles. Rabbi, to you first. Don Alexander is a good place to start. Former hostage. He went to the White House, as Christina was just saying there. The New York Post writes the following. He told Trump that following his presidential election victory, his treatment at the hands of Hamas captors improved. Quoting here, I shared with the president my fear that continued fighting endangers the hostages. I hope he can achieve another historic breakthrough, a comprehensive deal to free all 50 hostages. I told him I am confident he is the person who can make this happen. I mean, it's a big moment right now for the 50 remaining hostages. It's a big moment for the potential ceasefire as well.
100%. So first and foremost, we're thankful for everybody that got out. But let's think about it. The ceasefire is only talking about 10 living hostages and maybe 18. Plus, Israel has to go and give hundreds and hundreds of murderers to make this happen. I don't get it. Why is it that Hamas is calling the shots? I thought we had a president of the United States that said, all hell will break loose. Israel, where's your backbone? Why is Hamas the one that is holding the terms? The war is not going to end. They just know, drip, drip, drip. And every time Israel comes back after a ceasefire, we kill a few more. We have to demand all.
Maybe it's public pressure. Maybe public pressure is playing a part in all of this.
Public pressure or not, then the more more Israeli soldiers will die because they're going to have to go back in. Is this right? The prime minister has to do what's right for the country, not public pressure.
Jamal, the Pentagon says this about Iran's nuclear capability, quoting here, with our allies. Actually, it's a soundbite, so let's listen to them say this. Watch.
With our allies all around the world, but certainly also in the region, they say a couple of things. They share our sentiments about, the degradation of Iran's nuclear program and the fact that we have degraded their program by 1 to 2 years. At least intel assessments inside the department assess that, and I think their intelligence shares that conclusion.
I think a lot of media outlets right now, Jamil Jaffer, would like to have a do-over on this whole thing. What do you think?
No, I think that's right. I think there was a lot of Sturm und Drang about whether this was going to go well, that whether we'd start World War III. Turns out it was totally wrong. We were able to take out a significant portion of Iran's nuclear program, set them back significantly, whether it's months or years, right? You could debate how much it is, but there's no question Iran knows that we mean business. If they try to go down the nuclear weapons road, we're going to do it again. Israel will do it again. They are not going to go down this road. We should never have given them the ability to enrich uranium domestically, as President Obama did in the nuclear deal. That was a mistake. I'm glad President Trump walked that back.
Meantime, the data guy over at CNN says Democrats are no longer pro-Israel. He had the following to say, Rabbi. Watch.
In 2017, the Democratic Party was a pro-Israeli party. Look at this. They sympathized with the Israelis by 13 points, more with the Israelis than the Palestinians. But look at this sea change. Now Democrats sympathize more with the Palestinians by 43 points. Oh, my God, that is a change in the margin of 56 points over the course of just 8 years. So all of a sudden, it's the pro-Palestinian position that actually reigns supreme in Democratic politics, not the Israeli position.
I mean, the phrase sea change is overused a lot. That's a good definition of it, because when you have literally, you're talking about a 56-point swing, Rabbi, that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Rush Limbaugh always used to go and say that the skulls of mush in school are being indoctrinated. You now see the after effects. If you go and look at all the school books across America, it is anti-Israel and it's very pro-Palestinian. Why? Qatar is giving money for this. There's a lot of people on the left that do not like that America cares for Israel. You have people like AOC in the background that are now in Congress. There's a lot of people in the Democrat Party that are feeding the young skulls of mush, hate the democracy that is in the Middle East. And this is the after effect that we have. The Reagan Democrats still love Israel.
Meantime, Axios writes the following here. Trump said he is not happy about the war in Ukraine and stressed he didn't make any progress at all on the issue in his call with Vladimir Putin, that man right there. I mean, Trump has had a lot of wins the past couple of weeks. This is not among them, Jamil.
No, this is a real problem. The president's got to decide sooner rather than later. Do I now actually reverse my policy, double down on Ukraine, and say, Vlad, you don't want to back out of this deal? I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to make this painful for you, and then they're going to be forced to the table. He's not doing that right now. In fact, we backed off a little bit on weapons to Ukraine. Now might be the time to switch that up and do what he did with Iran, do what he did in other places, and say, you want to play? Let's play, Vlad.
It just seems to me like that who's going to get what is kind of set, and right now they're just fighting to fight.
It's crazy, and it makes no sense. And President Trump said, look, I'm going to get this thing done before I enter office, within the first few days of being in office. Here we are, 6 months in. You got to wonder, does the tactic have to change?
Yeah. Jamil, Jaffer, Rabbi Mentz, thank you both. Coming up, Democrats.